Welcome to itsdamtru podcast, where we talk about professional wrestling. Vic, I think the most important part of a wrestler is how they look, and I would say the second most important part is their entrance music. That's the first thing you hear before you even see them. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do. It definitely sets the tone for the type of wrestler you're about to see. Like, is the music aggressive? Is it calm? And I think it's also important to pick a theme song that fits your character. Something, if you're going to be aggressive, you have to have aggressive music like Braun Strowman.
Always talking about Braun Strowman.
I love Braun Strowman. He's the future.
But I want to sit down and I want to talk to you. I don't want to say 5 each. I want to come up with a definitive 5. Me and Vic's top 5 entrance music themes. Do you think we can do it?
I think so. It's going to take a little time, but I think we can narrow it down to 5.
So I just want to throw it out there. I think the NWO theme should be on this list.
I agree. It definitely, even me not watching WCW, I knew what their theme music was, which says a lot. Like, I'm not even a consumer, you could say. Like, I don't watch your product, but when I hear it, I know what it is. And that, to me, is like, that says a lot right there. It's like, like someone who has never watched WWE would probably know John Cena's theme song.
Absolutely. And the NWO theme, that theme was the theme of the 90s, besides Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme, which might be on this list, might not. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Stone Cold's theme. I'm more a fan of the glass breaking. But we'll keep this list going. I think the NWO, it was cool either way. I think it started off with Jimi Hendrix's Voodoo Child, and even when they couldn't use that anymore, it was better even the Jim Johnston way, or whatever you want to call it. Whoever made that NWO theme, I don't think it was Jim Johnston. But whoever made it, props to them, because that theme is infamous, and it's actually on my iPod. That's how you know it's good.
Yeah, and with Hogan coming out doing the little guitar thing also, like, it made the theme song better. To me, it was just one of the best theme songs I've ever really heard, and I do agree with that choice.
So that's one out of 5. So far, so good. Now, what would you think about this one? Kind of might be stretching this one, so I'm gonna dig deep for this one. Razor Ramon, what do you think?
Ugh. I top 5? Like, I'm not sure. I don't know if I can put Razor's theme on there.
That's okay. I had to throw his name out there. I'm a sucker for his song. Just the fact that I have his name floating in the air, we'll come back to it.
Mike, I think you're a sucker for just Razor Ramon in general. You love the bad guy.
I do. I carry a toothpick and I do the Razor Ramon walk almost everywhere I go. I walk through the sliding glass doors in Walmart with the Razor Ramon walk.
I would love to be there with you. So I'm gonna pick one, and this is a relatively new guy. We were talking about it earlier. I cannot get enough of Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance.
I heard that. I knew that one was coming. I knew it.
Because,
and you know what? I 100% agree. But keep going.
When that dude came out and played the violin for him, I don't remember exactly what event that was. But, I mean, captivates the crowd. As soon as it starts, the crowd is into it. They love it. They play along with it. I do it at home like an idiot by myself on my couch. But my wife probably stares at me and thinks I'm retarded. But it's okay because I'm having a good time. It's a great song. He makes the theme better, too, the way he moves with the music.
Any entrance that a crowd is part of that entrance, like they make themselves known to that entrance, it's hard to ignore that. Like, it's hard to not put that on the list. I know... And I think the crowd is in for not many songs when you think about it, not many entrance themes. But if I had to pick one of them, I would say Shinsuke Nakamura. That the crowd has recently been singing that I want to add to this list. I might need your approval, but he came out a couple weeks ago And the fact that the crowd was singing his legendary song that never changed, I was singing at home. Like, I was like, holy shit, the crowd is singing it. And the song, I don't know why, it just sounded so much cooler when the crowd was singing it. And I gotta say, Vince McMahon's No Chance in Hell.
You know, it's one of those theme songs that it captivates. You will never forget it. You know how, like, you hear a song, like, when you're growing up, and then you're, like, in the car 12 years later, and they're like, yo, we got a throwback from 2001, and here's, like, 50 Cent in the club, and you're like, holy shit, I still know every word to this song. Like, it's one
Absolutely.
of those. Like, and another one, which we were being idiots with it earlier, is the Eric Bischoff song. It's like
I'm not.
like
I know. I'm not gonna put the Eric Bischoff song on this
I'm
list.
not putting it on the list. I'm comparing it to one that you just remember.
I'm just making sure.
Like,
I'm making sure.
Like Shane O'Mac as well. You know, here comes the money. Everybody's just like, whoa. Like that's you know who it is before. Like, you can play the song without playing the video on the Titantron, and people would know who it is.
I agree. So I think is that what you're telling me? You're okay with Vince McMahon being here?
Let's hold Vince, because I feel like we're agreeing on good songs right now. Let's hold Vince because he's definitely there, and see, because if we put Vince, is Shinsuke on the list? Because if Shinsuke's on the list, then we put Vince, that only leaves us 2 songs, and there's so many good ones.
Shinsuke is on the list.
Okay, so that's already 2. We've got the NWO and Shinsuke. So I say we hold on to Vince and see if we can't think of anything later, Vince will come in.
Okay. All right. So, I have one more I'm going to throw at you. And this is almost like me demanding. I'm going to say Chris Jericho's Break the Walls Down.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When you said me demanding, I thought you were going to say Shawn. I'm surprised you haven't said Shawn, because I do like that theme song a lot.
Now, you see, now there's a story behind this. Shawn is my favorite wrestler, and I love Shawn's theme. But as you know, and in the other episodes of the podcast where I showed my grievance and my hurt when Shawn got retired, I didn't know what to do with myself with WWF for a while. Even when I heard the DX music, it would bring PTSD, because now only Triple H is coming out. And I had nothing to look forward to. I wasn't like, I was a Stone Cold Steve Austin champ, but I didn't look at him as a champ the same way I looked at my precious Shawn. So, I'm watching Raw one day, Vic. It was me and my dad. I see The Rock on TV. You know, he's just chilling, whatever. Countdown starts. Who comes? The only person that I hated watching WCW, but the only reason I watched WCW, if it wasn't for NWO, it was for this awesome guy with blonde hair who was a complete smartass. It was Chris Jericho. I was like, holy shit, Shawn retired and resurrected himself into Chris Jericho. And when I was watching Raw, I'm looking at the Rock on TV, and the countdown hits, and when that Jericho, because the internet was out, but I'm a kid. I didn't know how to use the internet. So some people might have known that Chris Jericho was coming, but you should have seen the fucking excitement and joy of my, I think, 10-year-old self when I saw Jericho on the Titantron. I was not only was Shawn resurrected to Jericho resurrected me, and I was back into wrestling 100%. And he's going one-on-one with The Rock, and then the Break the Walls Down hit when he came. So that song has a special place in my heart, Vic.
Yeah, I mean, Break the Walls it's one of the best themes, and I agree with you. Even the setup on the Titantron before the song actually starts, it's like you know it's coming and you're just waiting. You're just waiting for it to hit, and I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. That is definitely up there.
Solid 3. That's Shinsuke Nakamura, NWO and Chris Jericho's "Break the Walls Down," and I wanna throw out that this isn't in any particular order. We're just trying to come up with a solid 5 here.
Yeah, definitely. Just five that we really really like. And I got one, and I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. I know it's a wrestler that you really like. I know it's someone we both like actually a lot, and his theme song to me, I know we've both worked out to it. We've both used it before. And what do you think about Edge?
Ooh. Now, is it Edge and Christian Edge or Edge solo Edge?
Solo Edge, like You Think You Know Me Edge.
Oh, that is a good one. I have worked out to that song, and there's something about it that's just it's just a really good song. Man, you know what? I can't even talk shit. I'm trying to find an excuse of not to put it on because I feel like it's an easy answer. But I do work out to it. Not only do I work out to it, but that's like hey, I'm running out of energy. Let me play a song to get pumped up. And like you listen to a song in your headphones and you make sure nobody's watching, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna pretend in my head I'm walking down the aisle. I'm Edge. I'm the rated R superstar. I'm coming through the smoke. I'm sliding through the ring and humping the mat. So yeah. I'll put Edge's theme song on there.
Yeah. I thought you would. I wasn't 100% sure. I mean, I love it. I definitely, of course, I brought it up, so I do want it on the list.
You think you know me?
On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life. A better place in a broken dream, and we'll leave it all behind. On this day, it's so real to me.
So that gives us 4. That's 4 already. Now we've got 1 spot left, and I feel like this is where it's going to be difficult deciding on a last song.
Dang, there's so many going through my head. We definitely got to throw in an honorable mentions on here.
Honorable mention before you go any further. He might even make the list. Bobby Roode.
Oh, Bobby Roode's Glorious? That should be on the list.
Like, it's such a good song, and it's I don't even know. Like, I'm at a loss for words. It's just so good.
The only reason I would say, and don't get me wrong, that's one of my favorite entrances and entrance themes of today. I don't feel like it will last like 3 years from now. I feel like it will get kind of old.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this could be an honorable mention. It might make the list. Who knows? What about Triple H's old song? And when I say old, I mean old. Like, I don't know the name of it. I only know it used to start with like, "Won't sell, it's a song." Remember that?
That's my time.
That.
That's my time. That's my favorite Triple H theme.
Dude, that theme song was so awesome.
You know,
like,
I was gonna say that, but I felt like you were gonna like make fun of me for saying it.
No, that's such a good one. Like, I remember that theme. Like, that was like the Attitude Era one he had.
It was, and that was like around, no pun intended. He was telling JR that it's his time, my time. I'm the game.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And that's one of I work out to that song also. But there's another song I work out to, and I want to bring it down to these two because I feel like we kind of agree with my time. But this one has to do with Triple H also. What do you think about the Evolution thing?
I literally was just thinking it. I literally was just thinking about the Evolution theme song, and I was like, man, that's a good song too. Like, I don't...
Because the song, it's crazy how they found a song that any one of them solo can walk out of, and it feels like it's their song. Like, like you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's their solo song. I didn't feel that way with DX when like Road Dogg would come out by himself or whatever. Like, and Road Dogg would come out to a New Age Outlaw song, but like when X-Pac would come out or China would come out with a DX song, I just didn't feel the same as I did when Ric Flair comes out with Evolution theme song, or Randy Orton comes out with Evolution theme song, or even Batista. Any one of the four. It just, man, it was an awesome song.
It was so good, and the more I think about it, do I like it more than Triple H's solo song? I don't know, and it puts me in the mindset of like, I think of every theme song Triple H has ever had, and And when I say Triple H, I mean like Triple H. I don't mean like the blue blood, the purebred, whatever he was, because those were stupid songs that he had at that point. I mean, like once he found himself and had his entrance music, he hasn't had a bad entrance song yet.
Oh yeah, you're starting off with DX all the way up to My Time,
like,
and Time to Play the Game, and the King of Kings, and Evolution.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, man. I want to kind of put Evolution above Triple H's solo entrance, just because, like, Motorhead, man. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the band, Motorhead.
Yes.
Like, their voice is so fucking awesome, man.
I think we put Evolution up there because it fit more than one person.
Yeah, I would agree.
Even though like Stephanie McMahon came out in My Time, but you're really gonna assume that fits her? Like, no.
Yeah, she's not even like a real wrestler. But I mean, yeah, I would agree. I'm gonna say Evolution gets the final spot.
Evolution is a mystery, full of chains that no one sees. Clock makes it full of history. Yesterday's too long ago. Don't agree with what I know. Tomorrow got no place to be. I see the light in the sun.
So look,
Now, even though we have our 5, I do got to give another honorable mention. Ric Flair.
oh yeah,
Ric
of course.
Flair's theme song for me, when it hit, it's just awesome. Woo! And then the beat. Like, wow. Like, Rick is just awesome, you know. We stated in our previous podcast how I have Ric Flair in my Mount Rushmore. So, and I'm not even a huge Ric Flair fan, but respect to the man.
It's iconic. It's iconic.
It's great.
So I gotta admit, I'm kind of shocked that we came up with a solid 5, just with no arguing. We came up with a solid 5 together, and I agree with this 5. So we have Vince McMahon. Oh no, we don't. We don't have Vince McMahon. I guess I really wanted Vince McMahon on there. So holy shit, we got a top 5 down without even arguing. So we have Edge, we have Chris Jericho, Shinsuke Nakamura, Evolution, and the NWO thing. I gotta say that's a solid 5, and I'm pretty proud of us.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a 5 that I would put on my phone and go running to.
Same here. Running, workout too. That was definitely a solid 5, and I'm proud of it. I have no regrets. Maybe a little bit of Vince McMahon, but no regrets at all.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've got a couple on there that are great songs, probably didn't touch on, and, you know, I'm pretty sure people will let us know in the comments how they feel about them and what their personal favorites are. But those are just our personal preferences. There's a lot more that we would like.
Absolutely. So tell us at home, what's your favorite entrance theme in professional wrestling?
And after we take Lex Luger in the job, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.